Yes. So I've got Canine Comfort, Cincinnati Children's, and we have Bree, who is with Bryn, and this is our first visit with both of you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Here we. Oh, hey.
Just,
Are you good to go, Anna?
yes. Are you leading it though?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Sure. And just pay attention, Jesse. Handlers, the questions are separated between handlers and families. So, yeah.
This down just a little bit.
Make us look nice now. Don't be drowning us out with the windows.
All righty. Here we go. All right. All right, here we go. Hi, Bree.
Hello.
What's going on?
Not much. Hanging out with you guys.
Well, we appreciate you coming in, and thank you for bringing a dog in with you, because as much as I wish we could have like a station dog, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yes.
But it's a big no-no around here. We have like a no dog rule, but we blow that rule out when we have our friends from Cincinnati Children's come here, and dogs that are part of the Canine Comfort Program. That's what we're calling it. We're raising money for this program at Cincinnati Children's, and you are one of the handlers of the very beautiful Bryn, who we've not met until today.
Yes, it's Bryn. She's here.
Tell us about Bryn.
Bryn is a yellow lab mixed with golden retriever. She is quite the cuddle bug. She is just a sweet, gentle dog who loves anyone that she meets. So she gets to interact with patients and families and the staff around the hospital in our critical care areas. And she just brings comfort everywhere she goes.
So what would you say because her whole job is to comfort the kids at Cincinnati Children's. What would you say, is there like something special that she does, or a favorite toy, or when the kids see Bryn, they're like, oh, she's going to do this?
So Bryn works in a really special place where our kids are either very sick or very hurt. So a lot of times they don't have a lot of energy. So her even just walking into the room lights up the room. These kids, their eyes just fill with joy, and Bryn can get up in the bed with them. She can lay with them. If these kids haven't been sitting up or walking, she can help them do those things. And that seems so little for people who don't live in the hospital, but for our kids who do spend every day there, it's the small things. Like it's just being normal, hanging out with a dog while you're watching a cartoon.
So so give a specific example where Bryn has done something that has maybe made a situation better.
Yeah, I can think of one situation in particular. We had a young patient about 4 years old, and she had been very sick for a long time and hadn't been sitting up on her own or walking and moving on her own, hadn't smiled in 3 weeks. This is what her family was telling me. And so the doctors asked Bryn to come in the room just to see if we could lift her spirits. And we got Bryn up on the bed with the patient, and just through conversation, all of a sudden the patient started sitting up on her own, and she hadn't done that in 3 weeks. And before we knew it, she was even using her hands to move her body, like pushing herself closer to Bryn. Again, a type of movement she had not done without the support of a physical therapist or her mom or her grandma helping her to move. So the fact that Bryn just got in that bed and all of a sudden she sat up on her own, she moved forward on her own, she was moving her hands to pet Bryn, and then she was smiling. Her mom was crying, saying, "This is the first time in 3 weeks I have seen my child smile. This is the first time I've seen her move on her own." And that changed her whole trajectory. From there, she had the courage and the momentum to keep moving and keep going. And eventually we saw her later on outside of the hospital, which was just amazing to be able to go from laying in a bed not moving to she's back to normal, walking outside and doing all the fun kid things.
So do you feel like that, if you had to tell somebody why the Canine Comfort Program is so important, it kind of sounds like from your story that the dogs give the kids motivation to get better.
They do. And it's through their own language. It's not anything that I can speak or say or encourage these children or even families to do. Bryn just, I don't know, has a way to move through their heart to get them to healing and doing better and just smiling.
This doesn't happen on its own. We all like to think, I can tell you right now, my dog Jackson has his formal training did nothing for him. I also paid
he could
nothing.
not be a comfort dog.
You get what you pay for. But tell me about the training that goes into this. How long does it take? What's the process?
Yeah, so these dogs in particular, they are bred to become service animals or assistant dogs. So before they're born, this is kind of their destiny or their goal.
Wow.
So they go through training immediately, starting just with that basic socialization. But they go through almost 2 years of professional training to get them to learn all the basic skills that you need to be house trained. But then to have all those skills to be able to assist humans in whatever they need, whether that's a hearing dog or a seeing dog, or the service dogs that can help with mobility and picking up items and just helping people navigate the world. So it's a very important 2 years of training that they go through. And then from there's a whole interview and selection process and a matching process to make sure that these dogs can really meet the need of who they're being matched with.
And when you say match, do you mean you?
With Bryn, yes, in particular. Okay. So they needed to know what my needs were working with my patients to be able to match Bryn with me. So making sure that Bryn had the ability and the skill sets that would meet the patients where I work.
So this is a lot of training. Like you said, 2 years from the moment they're born, this is planned out. How much does this cost?
So the organization that they come from is completely donor funded. And so there's a lot of community support. So they were able to, I don't know how to.
It's okay.
I don't know how to phrase that.
Like how much it costs?
Well,
you don't pay for them. I guess.
Are we allowed to say canine companions, or are we avoiding that? I didn't know. Okay. Okay.
I guess the question, maybe you can help me. No.
Oh, no, you're
I
good.
wanted to make sure I wasn't
You're
putting
right.
my foot in something.
No, correct. That's great. I think what I was trying to lead to, so help me word this, is like, how much does the program cost? Is that a better way to word it? How, why are we raising money?
Go.
That's what I'm trying. So would you like me to word
Cost of food,
What are
like
the expenses?
all these things that cost money. The money
And
goes.
do you feel like you have an answer for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I was gonna say there's six, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 dogs now.
Okay.
Lost track of.
I'm
how many
basically
we have.
trying
doing
to
great.
lead
Yeah,
into
You're
why
doing
we're
great.
like all the
Yeah.
care that we provide for them. So yeah, like vet care, food,
Okay.
and then like working at the hospital, they have to be like groomed. Like
See,
and
that
That's
was I was
okay.
gonna say
That's
that,
what I'm trying to
baths.
get at. Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that.
So
Okay.
I'll just pick right back up. So it's a lot of training to get these dogs ready to be canine comfort dogs. Then there's the fact when they start working at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, they need to be groomed. They need to be fed. So how much money does all of this cost? I mean, that's why we're asking people to donate.
Yeah, so our program currently has 6 facility dogs. So that means there is a lot of financial expenses that come with having 6 professional working dogs. So they do have health requirements. They have to go to the vet. They have to stay up to date on vaccinations. Anytime there's an injury, they have to be seen and treated immediately. All their food and their grooming is paid for. With our infection control at the hospital, there are requirements with how frequently the dogs have to be groomed, just to make sure that we're not bringing and introducing germs into the hospital with our patients and families. So there's a lot that this program covers, and it's important that we're able to do it so that our dogs can continue seeing the patients and families.
As a dog owner, I'd like to sum up what she just said.
How much?
A lot.
What are we looking
That
at?
is a lot.
Yeah.
The baths,
Yeah.
vet visits, and the shots are always like they always happen at the same time every year. It's like, are we really due for the rabies shot again already? That are we at that 3-year mark or whatever it is?
And this is probably like triple or quadruple what you, as just a regular pet owner, are doing for your dog because they're dealing with kids, with patients.
Now, Jackson's on a reel about once every other month bath
When you have
schedule
to.
at this point. I don't think that would fly at all. But the expenses are obviously very high. Bryn lives with you,
Yes,
right?
she does.
So Bryn is your live-in roommate. Do you consider Bryn? Do you consider Bryn your dog? Do you consider her to be a part of your family?
Yes, absolutely. Bryn's my best friend.
Yeah.
And Bryn is very much a mama's girl, so she is attached to my side at all times. So we do everything together that we can.
Including work together.
Yes.
Like how long's a work day?
For me, I work 12-hour shifts. So, and I also
goodness.
work a special shift called the mid shift. So I work from noon to 12:30 at night. So Bryn is the only dog that works in the evening hours that our night shift staff and patients and families get to see.
Bryn is a workhorse. Well, maybe not the right word.
Work dog.
Work
He's a work
dog.
dog.
Okay.
Well, obviously, so this is this program does all of these things. It brings smiles to kids' faces. Bryn gets a benefit out of this as well, too, right?
Oh, Bryn loves it. When I put her vest on in the morning, she's excited to jump in the car. And when we are outside of the hospital, her tail is wagging like crazy. And she trots into work. And every single person she encounters, she stares at them till they pet her.
Canine Comfort. This is what we're doing. We're trying to raise money and support this program with Cincinnati Children's. Bree, if people want to do this, what is the best option for them? Is I guess
That's our.
that
would be our call to
We have the answer to that. Actually, let me skip that part.
Do we want to ask her like one thing she would tell people?
Yeah, this will be our last. Yeah,
yeah.
Here we go. Well, Bree, thank you so much again. You're one of the handlers with the Canine Comfort Program. We're trying to raise money for dogs like Bryn, but all the other dogs that are part of the program as well. One final thing. What is the one thing that you would tell somebody that is considering maybe giving some of their hard-earned money to help this program?
That these facility dogs truly are changing the lives of the kids that we see every single day. And they are able just to make a difference that us as humans, we're not able to do.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Sound good, Joe?
Yeah, that was you're great.
You did really good. And you stayed on that mic the whole time.
Yeah. But do you
No,
think
don't
the
be.
headphones helped though?
Yeah.
Because you could really hear.
Yeah. Well, I was trying not to turn my head because naturally I turn my head.
I know. I couldn't look at you when I talked. I was like, well, oh well.